Well, g'day, and welcome back again to Zhaoqing. And today you find us way out in the west of the city. If we look down on the right there, you can see the river running beside us. We've come way out past the let's truck go by. Gone way out past the Zhaoqing Port. We've just basically come for a ride. We're about 20 kilometers from home. I just jumped on the electric bike and I thought, bugger it, let's go for a ride somewhere, see what we can find. So, yeah, we rode a bit through the city, just sort of dodging left and right. Got a big bridge back over our right shoulder there, which I've never seen before. And we've just turned around, we're heading back towards home now. So I thought I'd whack the camera on, give you a bit of a look at what's going on out here. We have this hill on our left that looks like it's been concreted or something. They've done something to the rocks there to hold them all together. We do have little walking paths just off to our right here, where I think people can get over to the river to go fishing maybe. On our left, just here, we have this amazing gate, which I think, if we follow this path up through the mountain, I think, well, a couple of trucks, let's let these go past. I think that path up there on our left will lead us up to the cemetery, crematorium, which we have a road here going up. I actually just, on my way past, I actually took a ride up that road just because I saw the sign here. And I thought, oh, let's go and have a look what's up there. So we did take a ride out there. We're not going to go up there and film up there at the moment. I'm going to try and contact somebody and see if we can get permission to go and film in there and have a look around. Maybe even get somebody to show us around. We might get somebody from the English corner to come and walk with us, act as translator to make sure that we're filming what we're allowed to film. Because, yeah, you know, it's where people's dead families are. I want to do the right thing, pay the right respect and stuff. They have roadworks. Well, actually, it's not roadworks going on here. I think this here, they're doing the same thing. They're shoring up this hill on the side. So we're just going to be very careful, keeping on the mirrors as we're driving through here, where we just have a single lane. No big trucks coming behind us at the moment, so we're okay. A lot of shipping going up and down the river there on our right. Yeah, it's been a cool ride. I might actually charge my battery up tonight. We don't have a full battery on the bike when we left home, so I didn't want to go too far. But on Sunday, with a fully charged battery, we might actually come out and ride a little bit further along here, because it has been a really interesting little ride. Lots of these little factories that we see on our left here. Little things just sort of dotted in on the side of the hill. It is a very, very busy road. This is a lot of trucks and things coming through. So, yeah, I've been keeping right over to the side, keeping a close eye on the mirrors, and yeah, just making sure that we're staying safe, and especially when you got big trucks coming by, moving past right on the side, getting a firm grip on the handlebars just to make sure we're safe. But yeah, lots and lots of trucking coming through here. I would love to see them one day build a walking and riding path down the bottom on our right, down closer to the river. It's going to be a beautiful walk along here. We find a bit of a clearing. in the trees. Stop and have a look. But the other side of the river there is just mountains going straight up from the river. There's no sign of any kind of civilization over that side. It looks absolutely beautiful. Got a big, almost looks like a big old quarry on our left here. The big rock walls up there. They'd be great to go and try climbing. Haven't done sort of rock climbing for many years, but they look really good from here. How good they actually are when you get up close, I don't know. We do have an entrance in there. We might, when we come through next time, we might duck in there and have a look at what's actually in there. There is a big parking area in there. It doesn't look like factories, so it looks like it is parking for the public. So we'll go and have a look in there another time. Yeah, life's pretty good here at the moment. We've just had our last of our new students yesterday, which was really good. Really enjoying these classes with the new students. They look like a really good bunch. What do we got up here? Police. Police check, 1,000 meters ahead. So I think that'll be for trucks and stuff, checking the weights of trucks and things. I think that's what that'll. In fact, 1,000 meters. That's probably about where the port is. So they're probably doing weight checks around where the port happens. Yeah, it has been really nice riding along here, sort of. Other than so much traffic, you know, getting out into the countryside a bit, really nice. I've not really had the opportunity to do that here in Zhaoqing. I just want a little road heading off just back behind us there. No, we're going to carry on. I don't know what that's all about. So we'll carry on. Yeah, just getting away from buildings and everything, you know. It's rather hard to do that in Duanzhou. You do have to go quite a way, but we've done it. We've got an old wall up here on our left. I don't know what's in behind there. Okay, I can see more factory buildings up here, so obviously another factory of some type or other. Okay, we've got a bit of roadworks happening on the side here. We're going to we've got a bus coming up behind us. We're going to let this bus get past us before we pull out onto the roadway. Zoom our bike into its highest speed setting so we can get through this fairly quickly. It's only a short little piece of roadwork. Okay, looks like they are just cutting down the brush and stuff on the side of the road. Oh, we got a bit of roadway actually washed away here. So this must have happened in the floods a little while back. Okay. That's the first real damage I've seen from the floods anywhere here in Zhaoqing. I've seen clips online of other places that had damage. That was, how long ago were those floods? 2-3 months ago? I can't remember when I made that video. But that's the first sign of actual damage I've seen. That, yeah, I presume that must have come from the recent flooding. Okay, another little bit, we're going to have to get out onto the road. So we're going to let this truck behind us scoot past. And then just skip our way out here quickly, zoom past this little bit of roadworks. So if you saw the old video that we made way back when we rode along from the old port back into town on the push bike, this little car park on our right here was where we actually started that video. We're actually going to just zoom over this side. When we get the opportunity to ride along a bit that's away from the road, we take that opportunity. just to keep ourselves safe. And then so the port is just up ahead of us on our right. After we get past the port, we're actually going to take our first opportunity to turn right, get off of this road and work our way back towards school. Actually, no, this service station here was where we started that last video. Another big truck on our right coming through. And then just behind this service station is Zhaoqing Port. So you can see all of the containers stacked up in there. It's another place I would like to try and find somebody who can actually get us permission to go in, film in there, have a look around, have a look at what goes on in there. That'd be really interesting. So we are sort of keeping an eye out when we talk to people. When I meet new people and talk to new people who have a bit of English, I do sort of try and find out where they work, what they do, trying to suss out what type of connections they might have to get us into different places. There is a couple of food factories out in Dinghu that I am planning on getting out to. We've got a truck turning into the port here. Okay, we've got cars coming behind us, so it's not going to be turning for a while. We're pretty good to go. So we see the weighing stations in there as the trucks come in. And this port, yeah, extends quite a way down the road here. Okay, we've got to get around this truck. Cars behind us, we're pretty good for the minute. So we are going to zoom out here. So coming up on our left, somewhere just up here is the Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer Factory, which I just saw a sign as I was riding out, the Blue Ribbon Museum. Which is another thing we will try and get in and have a look at sometime in the very near future. So yeah, it must be a museum for the beer factory. Let's just have a look. We've got a couple of brown signs up ahead of us, which I don't know what it's like in Australia, in other countries, but in Australia, generally these brown signs mean tourist stuff. And we can see here, we have Singhu Scenic Area, Ancient City Wall with Bird Paradise, RV Camp, and Bailing Shan Forest Park. So that's all up ahead of us. So in here we have the Blue Ribbon Brewery Company, which we're not going to go in today, but we're going to try and find out about this museum that they mentioned. Go and have a look at what we can see in here. Yeah, see what type of a museum they have. So we're going to get off this main road here. So if we carry on down this way, that'll take us right the way through to Dinghu, through to Sihui, on to Guangzhou, and so on and so forth. But we're going to sort of follow the river around this way a little ways and see what we can find. This is another little area of the city that I've not spent a lot of time right out this far, at this end. Oh, we got a green light. Can we get to that green light before it turns orange? Let's see how we go. Okay, we're looking good. 9 seconds. Easy. Okay, big factory area now on our right. So there's lots of development going on as we sort of get up ahead of it where we are a little bit. A lot of apartment buildings being built. And there's a lot of factories and stuff out here, especially as you get back behind us. back towards that main road, there's a lot of factories going on. Actually, we're going to try and just work our way back. That road that we just passed on our right looks interesting. We're going to just duck back down, have a little look back. We're going to take a little ride down this little side road. It looked like a lot of little factories and things. We're going to go, oh, wee, bit of a bump there. Go and have a look what we can see in there. It's so that looks like a window tinting sort of place. This looks like they're doing interior walls and things. Oh, in here we have big recycling area. So this is a you see people around all the time collecting stuff, and this must be where it all ends up. And we can see it's on the right there. We can see it all being done up into blocks, and that'll be loaded onto trucks or maybe onto the boats and sent off from here to recycling plants. I can't see what... Oh, that's all food stuff in there by the look. So lots of... Okay, glass manufacturing in there. So big sheets of glass. So I wonder... So we have a glass place just down the road from our school where they put glass into window frames and stuff. They had all huge big sheets of glass. I wonder if they're like a major distributor to go to the smaller shops that then... So we have another, looks like another recycling collection point in there. That looks like green waste. All sort of tree bits and pieces. Can't see what's really in there. Okay, from here, where are we going to go from here? Let's just have a look what we can see. So we've got a pretty newish looking road. Okay, we might head back out this way, back out towards the main road that we just came off of. Oh, this is, oh wow, look at all this bottled water in here. That is just chock-a-block full of bottles of water. So, water distribution point for all the small shops that are selling bottles of water. Lots more. Wow, that's a noisy little place in there. So this is a place, it's one of those places we might have to come and actually do a walk through this little area and actually have a look, get a better look inside some of these factories and have a look at what's being created in this area. So yeah, this little area that we've just ridden through, we might actually come back through one day and do a walk through there and have a look at what we can see. It's yeah, there's so many little hidden places like that. You know, when you get out and start exploring, you come across these little places that are just brilliant. Over on our left here, we have what looks like a fairly new school. I rode past this on the way here. I was trying to work out whether it's a middle school or a primary school. And I am wondering if it might be a little bit of both. The kids that I saw there were wearing two uniforms. There was a blue and white, like mainly white with blue trimming shirt. And there was another one which was yellow shirts with mainly black trim. So I'm wondering if it is actually a bit of a, you know, they've got two schools in there occupying the same piece of ground, which I don't think I've seen anywhere else. You know, it's either a primary or a middle school. And I'm not sure, I may be wrong on that. It might be kids in different years or something wearing different shirts. I don't know. The yellow and black shirted kids did look smaller, but I didn't see any that looked like grade 1, 2 or 3. They were sort of, they were smaller, but not that different. So maybe that's the younger group of students from that school. And then the older middle school wear white. I'm not sure, I'm guessing. As I often am when I'm trying to figure things out here. Okay, we were going... Is that road blocked off? No? Yes? I'm not sure what's going on here. got a fence here. I was going to turn right down here. Just get up here and have a little look at what... Okay, no, we won't go down there. We'll look for a slightly more obvious road down to our right to head back down towards the river. The bumps has a pretty big building here out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, that from the symbol on the front there, that looks like some type of government agency. Again, we'll have to try and find out another time. See if we can't find out what that is. Okay, we have another road going to our right down here, so we might turn right down this way. So yeah, we've had, just getting back to school. No, not down there. Okay, up to the traffic lights up here and we'll turn right. So yeah, getting back to school, we've now had all of our new students have been through. So it's a very, very different class format this year that we're doing. My job has really changed. Sort of a period in our school is 40 minutes. And most of my classes have been 2 periods. So you do it basically an hour and a half. 10-minute break in the middle. And so, you know, you have a good length of time with the students. With the changes I talked about in the early, you know, we're now offering college degrees. So we are now, instead of having a full sort of hour and a half time period with the students, what we're doing is we're actually working from a workbook. So my job has always in the past just been to create activities for the students to do to get them actually communicating. I've not really worked from their textbooks. It's always been, you know, aisle design classes, which has been really good. You know, I can ask the students, what do you want to talk about? And if they want to talk about, for example, music, I can design a class where we talk about music, where we maybe talk about some old classic rock bands that maybe never made it to China, that nobody in China really knows about. Or we can talk about modern pop or whatever, different types of music. Okay, we're going to just duck across the road here while we've got a green light on the crosswalk. And then hopefully we get a green light. There we go, straight away to get over this crosswalk. And then we can get back onto the road here. So yeah, my classes have been very much designed by me. Now that we're offering university degrees, we've sort of changed our classes a bit. And I am going to be working more from a textbook. So what we have is each section of the textbook has several sections. So what we're doing is breaking these sections into 2, and the main, like the Chinese English teacher, they're teaching the main content. And then the second part of each sort of section has expansion activities. So actual activities where the students get up and interact and actually speak. And so I'm sort of doing that. So instead of having an hour and a half, what we'll have is each class of students, which is 120 students. We'll have half of the class, so 60 odd students will go to the Chinese teacher, do the first part of each volume, and then I'll have the other half of that class do the other half in the first 40 minutes, and then the students swap classes. So I basically do, don't tell me we're coming to a dead end up here. That'd be just my way. Oh no, looks like we can sneak through here. Good. So yeah, we're basically doing the same class, and then we'll have Oh, can we? Oh, yeah. Okay. We've got a little wee bump down here. We've got to get back onto the road. So basically, we'll have 2 classes. Is it 2? Yes. So 2 classes each Thursday, and so out of that, we'll have 4 groups that I work with. So it's 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes. And over 2 weeks, we'll have 4 different classes. So 8 different groups of students. And then, so that's a Thursday morning. Then Monday morning, we do the same thing, but every second week. So we have 2 whole classes. We'll do 4 groups on a Monday morning. And yeah, sometimes we'll work from the textbook. This here is Zhaoqing number 1, experimental middle school. I've been meaning to try and find out. I don't know what this experimental middle school means. I've also seen experimental kindergartens, experimental primary schools, and I'm not quite sure what that term experimental school actually means. So that is something I will have to try and find somebody to ask. See if we can find out what that actually means. So we are going to turn right, not through there. We're going to get to the end of this apartment complex, I think, and turn right. So yeah, we are back to the teaching stuff. I have still told the students, look, if there's something you want to talk about, especially if we can tie it into the other class that they did that day, we'll do that. So still trying to give the students a little bit of say in their class. I've always figured if we are giving them sort of the opportunity to talk about what they want to talk about, they're going to be more inclined to actually get involved in discussions that we have. And for me, that's more important than what we talk about is actually that they talk about. So yeah, that's a big thing. In here, we have a sort of little night spot with a heap of restaurants. Actually, we'll just pull up this little ramp into the entrance here. I had a look in here on my way through. So we have little eating places over here to our left. But then if we look back this way, we have a horse riding area in here, which is very new. I've not seen horse riding in Zhaoqing before. The only time I've seen, we can actually see a few horses up the back there. The only time I've seen horse riding before is over in Yunfu when we went horse riding one day. I don't actually know that I videoed any of that. I think that was our trip to Yunfu before I actually started making YouTube videos. So yeah, we'll get in there probably one night and try and have a look in there as well. Because it is a very new area. They sort of built that during the COVID thing. Put up a lot of little shops, a lot of little food places. So what else is happening with our school? Our second year students from the foreign nursing class. So foreign nursing class has been cancelled, but they are still doing that for the second year students. So the second year students who are doing college degrees. So the 3-year degree, 2 years in college, then 1 year away doing prac in a hospital. So they will be our last foreign nursing class at the moment. It may well change. After that, I think they're sort of slowing down on other things while they get the university degrees sorted out. Because it is new for our school to be offering 4-year courses. So whether or not we get foreign nursing back in a couple of years once they've got the university stuff happening, I don't know. time will tell. I hope they do. I enjoyed that class, having more time, but it's also really interesting chatting with these university students. So as well as doing the classes, we're also setting up an English corner. So we actually have an English club, like an extracurricular club in the school, but I haven't been able to spend much time with them just because of the nights that they get together with meetings, and me being, you know, our school being so far in Dinghu, it's just impossible to get out there for a lot of their stuff. And generally, if I'm out there staying overnight, I've got classes in the evening. So, yeah, it just clashes with whatever the English club has been doing. So we're also going to start an English corner for all these new students. Because they don't get to spend as much time with me, they can come along. It'll be voluntary. They don't have to come to every meeting. They can join the English corner, maybe only come to 1 in 3 or 1 in 4, or come when we're doing a subject that they're interested in. Others are really keen, and I'm sure they'll be coming every time we have a meeting, which we'll probably do every second week, the Monday that we have classes. So we're only going to be out there every second week for the Monday. So we'll probably do the English corner every second week where I'm there, and then the week when I'm not there, they can do a self-run English corner. They can figure something out to do on their own, which will be good for them as well, to actually run their own English stuff, which will be good value for them, I think. So yeah, we're going to try that out. And the way we're teaching the classes now, with sort of shorter 40-minute things, that's also an experiment at the moment, where, you know, the teachers are going to get together. Vivian's going to talk to some of the students, sort of the class leaders, after a few weeks, have a talk about how the classes are going, what can we do to make them better and stuff. And then we'll get together as teachers, have a talk about what the students said, have a talk within ourselves about how we feel about the classes, and then, yeah, adjust things as needed. So it is still, at this time, a bit of an experiment. We're sort of seeing what happens. And, you know, over the next sort of 3 or 4 months, we will, yeah, switch things around and see what we come up with. So all these apartments on our right here and through on our left here were all still under construction when I first arrived here, and these ones here on our right are now almost completely full. There's a nice big swimming, where's the swimming pool? No, it's not in this one, although there might be a swimming pool in there as well. Back behind us here is a swimming pool which is open to the public as well, which I haven't actually got into the swimming pool. I am going to talk probably to Tony. I think Tony does a bit of swimming, so I'm going to get in touch with him, work out where he goes swimming, and start getting to a bit of swimming myself. Just yeah, swimming's just good exercise. Like, I do a lot of walking, but it'd be nice to exercise the rest of the body a bit. In here's a little temple on our right, which we have been down, made a video in there. We will link that video and give you a look. So we're now back onto this is sort of, if you've followed my other videos where we're doing the walks or rides along the river, you know that this road right the way through here has all been recently sort of rebuilt. They were rebuilding all this when I arrived. This whole from here right the way up to the other end, which is total length would be 15, 16, maybe 17 kilometers. And it's all been made dual lane. In some places it's 3 lanes each way. And then this nice walkway along here as well was all redone. I think they'd actually finished this end of the walkway. They had finished before I came here. So this walkway here was already open when I arrived. But once we get down past where our school is, the walkway down lower to the river, that was all still under construction. It's all brand new. Yeah, it's amazing how different things are. We talked about this, for those of you who follow Mr. Tony. We had a chat to him a couple of nights ago. He just put his video up and we talked about a lot of things. One of the things I asked him was, how has he seen China change in the time he's been here? And, you know, that's 17 years. And even just 7.5 years since I've been here, the changes here in Zhaoqing are mind-blowing. So all these apartment buildings you can see here, with the exception of these few just here, all these apartment buildings are all brand new. They were all still being built when I was arriving. These new apartment buildings over on our left, up in front of us, were all just starting being built when I arrived. They've only just finished a lot of these. Down on the left here we have the BaoGong Park, which is really nice. We'll try and link those. Actually, we might, in this video, we might actually link a few videos in the description of things that we've done as we're riding along, the different videos of places we've made, of places that we're walking past. Over to the right there is the old church, which was built by, what was the guy's name? Ricky, somebody Ricky, I can't remember. But he was, I think, the first European sort of Catholic priest to come into China. Built the first church in China, which I was under the impression that was it. But apparently it's more over in the city centre. He built the very first Catholic church in China. Then he built this one over here. Which, again, we've been for a walk down through there. We'll link that in the description as well. Yeah, I've just... Yeah, but as I was saying, yeah, we're going to try and get into doing some swimming because, as I said, we do lots of walking, but I've got to try and just start exercising the rest of the body a bit more. And swimming, you know, is a great all-round exercise, upper body, lower body, mid-core strength, all that stuff. And yeah, I want to try and get into just getting a bit more exercise in, especially now since we bought the electric bike. We're traveling a lot further afield, getting to see things that I wouldn't ride so far on my push bike. But it means we're just sitting here, we're not walking, we're not pedaling, we're not doing anything. So yeah, I need to get into doing a bit more exercise again. Still quite a bit of shipping out there. I don't know how well we can see. The camera's probably just a little bit too low to see all those ships. But actually, if we can see a point, this is something I noticed the other day as we were walking past. Okay, so here's actually a good point. So we see the cabins up on the ships there, the sort of pilot house and stuff. And you can see the size of that. So we're looking, you know, maybe, say that is 1.8 meters, which I think would be a fairly good guess. We're looking down to the waterline from the top of the boat. We're looking, so if we go 1.8, so say 2 meters, and we'll knock a bit off. 2 meters, 2 meters. So we're looking 6-7 meters from the top down to the bottom. And the top of that pilot house there is about the same size as the bollards protecting the bridge supports from the shipping. And they were underwater during the flooding, so it gives you a good idea of just how high that water came. It was phenomenal. It truly was. So we are now getting back close to our school. So we're probably going to finish up there. yeah, like we always say, if you've enjoyed this little ride around, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to see what else we've got coming up. We do have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to find contacts for, try and find people who can put me in touch with people to get into places I want to see, but I don't have the contacts at the moment. But we'll keep trying. So yeah, get yourself subscribed, share with friends. If you know people who might be interested in learning a bit more about a different type of culture and a different place, share with friends. If you've got friends who really think China is a really, really terrible and bad place, share some videos with them. Let them see that, you know, China's a pretty great place to actually live. You know, cost of living, you can live really well here and it doesn't cost you the earth. It is pretty good. So share with those people who maybe need some education. If you have any questions, comments about anything you've seen here today, if you're a Chinese person who lives in Zhaoqing or another foreigner who used to live in Zhaoqing and you know stuff that maybe we've ridden past and I haven't been able to identify, hit us up in the comments. Let us know what stuff is. We do have a few people who do comment on videos and point out things that I haven't known, which is really, really handy. You know, I do like receiving those comments from those people. So yeah, questions, comments, hit us up in the comment section. If you've got anything you would like to learn about life in China here, again, hit us up in the comment section. And if you come up with a good idea, we'll go away. We'll make a video for you. I have no drama with if someone comes up with a really good idea, going away, doing some research, and making a video of things that will interest you. But here we are now, coming back to our school just up here. So we're going to say farewell there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe. Keep an eye out for the next one. We did a chat with Tony for his channel recently. We are going to have a chat again together. We're going to sit down and talk about different subjects to put on my channel. So yes, keep an eye out for that. But stay safe and we will see you all in the next one. Cheers.